Hi guys, and welcome to another social skills video. Today I want to talk about the prompt of do looks matter? And in terms of working on your socialization and talking to people better, do looks matter? And this is an important topic because I think a lot of people have this defeatist attitude that, well, I don't look a certain way, I'm not conventionally attractive, oh, I have this wrong with me, oh, I have things that I can't change about myself, I'm not even going to bother trying. And they sell themselves short and sort of just accept defeat when they ought to be looking at the things that people actually do care about and are drawn to. But to answer this question, just to get it out of the way, do looks matter? Huh. Big fat yellow yes. Yes, looks matter. Let's not pretend like if you're attractive, you're not going to have an easier time. If you are an attractive person, you're just going to have a different kind of experience in life than if you are not attractive. And it's not fair, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this subject, but so I just want to get this out of the way that yes, looks do matter, but the way that I'm approaching it is a different way. So I don't want to focus on physical attractiveness here. I want to focus on what are the things that make you stand out to people? What are the things that draw people to you? And to start off, to illustrate my point, I am going to use this vintage comic that some of you may be familiar with this comic, but if you're not, what we have here is we have an example of two men and using the same approach but getting different outcomes based on the way that they look. So the man in the first panel is very conventionally handsome, and the man in the second panel is very stereotypically nerdy and geeky, sort of like grown-up Millhouse. But the point that the artist is trying to make is that you can look like the guy in the first panel and you can say this and you can get away with it, but if you look like the guy in the second panel, good luck, you can't get away with it because of how society is. But what I thought was really interesting about this is even in him trying to make the point that, oh, looks are the only thing that matter, it doesn't matter what you do, he couldn't help but work in some body language signals here. So you see the guy in the first panel, he's doing like the finger guns and he's got this grin on his face and this smirk. And he looks confident in the way that he's carrying himself is very charismatic. Whereas in the second panel, he's using this creepy little hand wave and he is totally on her personal space. I mean, look at the distance between he is on her cubicle. I just thought this was interesting in trying to make this point that it's only how you look. No, it's how you act that has a huge impact on the way that people are going to react to you. But in terms of appearance, since we did say looks do matter, the things that I think people look for when they're making a first impression of you are, yes, these are things about your physical appearance, but these are things that are available to everybody. It's accessible. It's something that you can apply immediately. You don't have to wait for, oh, I have to wait for this special moment. Oh, I have to get more training. No, this is something that you can go and diagnose right after you finish watching this video. Go and look to see, are you clean and groomed? Are your fingernails nice and trim, or are they overgrown? Do they have junk underneath them? Do you have flakes in your hair? Do you need to get the dandruff situation under control? How are you dressed? Are you dressed well? Are your pants snug, or are they sliding down and showing everybody your butt crack? Are your underwear unstained and clean? These are things that are so simple, but they make such a big impact on people that there is no excuse for us not to be observing all of these. Your body language is another big one. Just like in the panels that we saw above, the way that you hold yourself is very, very important. Are you confident? Are you holding yourself upright? Do you have that poise? Are you confident in your hand movements? Are they kind of shoved away in your pockets? Are you doing this number? Is your neck crooked? The way that you hold yourself is going to vastly change the way that people look at you. And fitness is another thing too that I think is a good signifier to others. Does this person enjoy taking care of themselves? Does this person appreciate wanting to have a better physique and working on toning their body, and they care about the way that they look. So all of these are things that, and none of this has to do with any other kind of physical features. It's stuff that we are in control of being able to do. So make sure that you're not skimping on these very, very important appearance steps. But moving on to the things that make you unattractive, I kind of wanted to focus on this, because a lot of times we think, oh, unattractive, I'm not attracted to this, I'm not attracted to this kind of man, I'm not attracted to this kind of man. A lot of the things, or, just to friends, it doesn't even have to be something romantic, just platonically, oh, I think this is a big turnoff with my friends, oh, I don't like people like this. When we think of that, it's always comes down to the qualities. So starting with unkempt, because this is the one that I think is easiest to get under control, because it just takes effort. Picking up after yourself, keeping your space tidy, keeping your living quarters tidy, making sure things are clean, making sure your living space is clean and your appearance is clean and nice and trim and well groomed. This is something that is easy to do, but if you don't do it, it can leave a really bad impression. If you take a photo and someone sees your photo, the back of your house or whatever you're doing is just a trash heap, that is a huge turnoff. It is very unattractive. So get that under control. Now, moving on to unattractive personality traits. People who are miserable. It is, everything sucks. Oh, my life could be better. Oh, things aren't going my way. It is so emotionally draining being around those people. You don't want to be around them. They repulse you, because they just want to bring you down with them. And that kind of miserable outlook on life is incredibly unattractive. Going along with that is when people are overly critical, when they have nothing positive to say, when everything is up for discussion, when, oh, that could have been better, oh, this could have been better, oh, I didn't really like that move. When everything out of their mouth is just complaints and negativity and putting things down, you want to have nothing to do with them. It's incredibly unattractive. When you have to blame other people for your problems, oh, I blame this, I blame the way that I was treated in the past for the way I am now. Things happen in life, and we have to address them and we have to move forward, but you cannot shackle yourself to something and just continuously use that as an excuse for why you can't be better. So you have to take responsibility, and you have to stop blaming people for things that are within your power and control to change. Another thing is self-depreciating comments. When you're constantly putting yourself down, it is so unappealing to be around someone who just constantly has to put themselves down, whether it's their appearance or their intelligence. Oh, I'm not creative. Oh, I'm not talented. I'm not this, I'm not this. Start being nicer to yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself, because people pick up on that, and no one's going to step in the line of fire to say, oh no, let me just give you compliments. You're putting out this signal that, hey, yeah, this is I'm just a horrible person. So try not to be this kind of downy, very miserable, upset rain cloud of a person to be around. But on the other side, to the other extreme, we have people that are jerks, and they are so full of themselves with no reason to be. There's absolutely no justification for them feeling like, oh, I deserve to be treated this way. I deserve to have this. And it's completely unfounded. The whole entitlement, demanding behavior in itself is very much a turnoff. Being above criticism when there are noticeable things wrong with you, and you won't accept the criticism for them, or you won't accept that, oh, well, I could be better, I suppose. It's like, no, I don't have to change. I'm perfect the way that I am. If people don't like it, move along. I'll find someone who likes it. No, you cannot be above criticism. You have to realize there might be things about your behavior that are unattractive and turning people off, and you have to change them. Passive aggressiveness is another thing that just shows, oh, okay, well, you're not capable of confronting a situation. You kind of just have to try and manipulate the things around it, and you have to manipulate things your way in order to elicit whatever response or whatever kind of reaction from other people that you are looking for. Not cool. And these go without saying, being rude and self-centered when you are abrasive to be around, and the way that you talk to other people is rude, and you just have this very like off-putting kind of entitled personality, and you think you're so much better. So this is just like a typical egocentric jerk, and it's such a ugly person to be around. And you can notice here that none of this has anything to do with looks. It is all attitude. So what can you change about yourself? You can start with exercise. I think people don't realize how important the emotional, mental connection that you have with having a healthy body. When you're exercising, you are creating positive hormones in your body that are going to help you feel better, and you're going to just, not only you're going to look better, but you're going to feel better as well. And a lot of times this goes hand in hand with going outside, and there are different responses that different environments can have on you. And I think you get a lot of positive benefits from exercise. So I always encourage people, start with exercise because it impacts the areas of your life in which you don't think it would. So it will impact the way that you feel mentally and emotionally as well. Outward appearance, we already went over not being a complete slob and trying to take care of the way that this looks, but just try and approach this from a way of, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this because it helps me feel better, because I like being in a clean house, and I like smelling nice, and I like looking in the mirror and feeling like I'm nice and fresh. It's not for other people, it's definitely for yourself. But when you put work into how you look, you're going to just attract more people, because they're going to be drawn to that sort of positivity that you have about yourself. Attitude adjustment is going to be the hardest thing for people, I think, because a lot of individuals are so set on having a certain personality, or they have, oh, this is just who I am. Oh, this is just who I am. I don't have to change. And because they're so insistent on acting a certain way, they are unwilling to realize that there are major, major problems with their personality and their attitude. So you have to knock yourself down a couple pegs and realize, yeah, okay, I need to let this go. I really do have to work on the way that I interact with people, the way that I'm cocky and I'm full of myself. Oh, I think I'm the funniest guy ever. No, you have to adjust that so that you can get along with other people and not turn them off. And lastly, taking responsibility for yourself. All of this is within your power to change. It is no one else's responsibility to get you on the road, to get you on this track, to get you in shape, or to point out your flaws. No, you have to take responsibility for yourself. And once you do that, you have to stick to it too. So you can't just say, oh, I'm gonna get better so I can show don't do it out of spite. Do it because it is something that is beneficial for you. So in conclusion, yes, looks do matter, but in a different way, and the ways that we can improve our looks are accessible for everybody. But really, when it comes down to it, it is the way that you act that is going to have the biggest impact on your ability to be around people and success in that area. So the next video is going to kind of be related to this. I've had clients ask me how to be more confident, how to be more charismatic, so I thought this would be a good topic to look at. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit the little notification bell, because I do videos every week. And if you'd like to schedule a session, I do private sessions as well, if you want some one-on-one time to work on whatever personal issues you might have. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.